with yet another edition of The Interview. Hello there, how are you all doing? Welcome to Lina TV 247. This is The Interview. On this week's episode of The Interview, as usual, we bring you personalities from all walks of life who had made a mark and still making marks to advance the development of the state, the country, and of course the global space. This week is not an exception, as I beg to tell you that we have an interesting guest in the studio. He is a man that is well known in Niger State. He has made a mark in the architectural endeavor of in Niger State and of course in the country, and he is a politician par excellence. Join me as I unveil to you our guest for the week. He is none other but the House of Assembly member representing Boso constituency. He is the current chairman, House Committee on Works and Infrastructure. His name is Architect Abubakar Gwomna. You're welcome to Lina TV, sir.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
So let's meet you, sir. Who is Abu Gwomna?
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity for me to be here talking to Nigerites, Nigerians via your medium. First and foremost, I want to appreciate and commend you for this meticulousness of yours. And then, of course, when people believe in themselves, the obvious is always there for others to see. And it serves as inspirations to others. So I must commend you.
Thank you.
Now, having said that, yes, this is Abubakar Gwomna, the man who is, by special grace of God, member representing the good people of Boso. Of course, I was born to the family of Alhaji Suleiman Umar Sanda, a farmer by background, a villager by background. I had my primary school in the Waziri Primary School, proceeded to Government Secondary School, Mina, finished 1993, went to Federal University of Technology, where I studied architecture, had my BTech and my MTech in Federal University of Technology. Of course, that was quite memorable because in those days in school, definitely that's one platform that you always take advantage. Today, upon my graduation, of course, a friend I met in the university, we came up with a firm that till before joining politics, that is what we've been operating. And the name of that firm was Mingo Associate. Of course, that my friend was from Gombe, while I was from Mina. So it was Mina Gombe. So that was how the acronym for our firm I came to be. Now, of course, after practice, of course, I joined politics. The first shot was 2007, where I contested as of assembly under the platform of Action Congress. I didn't make it to the general election. 2015, I contested under PDP. Of course, the Buhari tsunami swept us all. And then eventually, because I was determined to be something to serve my people, and then I got elected as a council chairman, Boso local government 2019. After that, I was elected again, a member representing the Boso constituency till date. But of course, I have just summarized this, but the whole lot of stories is all about being meticulous, being focused, being determined. Then at the end of the day, once you're determined, there will always be light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, true.
Yes, yes, by virtue of, I've told you my background. My father is a farmer. I grew up in the village. I'm still in touch with the villagers. I still do what the villagers does. Farming is one of my hobby, traveling, and then making friends as well, part of things I do. Years under the view, I've had cause to go to seminars, travel countries here and there, and behold, that is in summary Abakar Gwomna for you.
Oh wow, it's sounding so sweet and soothing to the ears, but I know that it didn't come just like you are rendering it now so easily. You know, what I want to say here is that from all that you have said, definitely determination is key for every individual who believes in himself or herself, and you have to be deliberate in your actions and all that. So, sir, this is a moral booster to some of us who are still trying to, you know, also make marks, and we know that we are actually getting somewhere. Now, we now know who you are, and before politics, because I know you have a lot to say about your political, you know, environment and achievements so far. But again, let us talk about where you're coming from. Let us get very close, personal with you. In the course of telling us who you are, you said you are from a family that farms a lot. And the Gbagi people are actually very known for that trade. Now, how would you describe Boso, your constituency, and your affiliation with your people?
Well, just because the fact that I've told you that my background is farming, that gives me an edge over leadership style in the local government. Because all the rudiments of a typical Gbagi person, I have passed through them. Because of culture, because of activities, and then I'm here to be a crusader or a mouthpiece of those people that I know. The fact that Boso local government arguably is a bit cross-metropolitan, because when you take the state capital, the local government is enclaving the state capital. You talk of Chanchaga, you talk of Metumbi, you talk of Boso itself. It's enclaving the Mina metropolis.
That's true.
So it then means that all the metropolitan activities are partly part of Boso local government. Now, but of course, 60 to 70% of the populates of Boso local government are typical farmers and then typical villagers. So that gives me an in-depth assessment of my own people. Is it that I don't know what the average Gbagi person needs as a farmer? I know basically in the rainy seasons their major problem is how do they get access to the metropolis. We're talking road here. They need potable water, you know, for them to be able to avoid all these seasonal diseases. You know, they need herbicide and, you know, chemicals to be able to boost the agricultural productivity, to increase food security. So having this background of mine as a typical son of the soil per se has made the leadership discharge of some of these things a bit easier, even though it's not as easy as I've said. You know, knowing the problems is one thing, and then profiling solution is another thing. And then even if you have to profile these solutions, how do you do them? You must stagger them. You know, the people must come to terms to know that lawmaking is different from the executive positions. You know, of course, I've been a council chairman where you have the whole authority of approvals, of payments and what have you. But here you are, what is before you is lawmaking and oversighting. Whatsoever you get for your people at this point in time is all about your ability to lobby. It's all about your ability to bring superior argument. You must convince whosoever you want them to support your motions that your bills are outstanding, not just biased bills that has to do with your people. You have to do bills that are intended with the public acceptability, and in so doing, a superior argument and a lot of lobbyings have to come to play before you achieve all this. But overall, like we said, the assembly, the 10th assembly is just 6 months, and if by any standard we go the way we are, I think this may be adjudged one of the best assembly as far as Niger State is concerned.
Oh, that's good to hear, but I'm sure we're going to get to that.
Yes.
Now, I'm still going to be asking questions around your constituency.
Yeah.
We're actually going to talk about you as a legislator.
Yeah.
But again, I am a very passionate Bagi girl, and I know that there are some very salient issues that we need to address. Recently, I think towards the end of last year, there was a clash in your constituency between the Fulanis and the Vigilantes in Beji, which is part of your constituency. And I know, without even mincing words, I know a lot of encomiums that came around on how you were able to, intervene in that area. How would you tell us, what is the state of things now, and how is it all about?
Well, even in absentia, just this Friday, to portray the unity of cohesion. There was a marriage between a Bagi girl and a Fulani girl. That goes to tell the public to disabuse their mind that what you probably read in social media or whatsoever people say is not as real as the reality on ground. A little background there. What really happened was not a clash per se between the Bagi and the Fulanis, but because mischief makers will always want to come into bringing issues that have no basis whatsoever. Of course, in the past, local government, even when I was a council chairman, we'll be battling with pockets of banditry activities. That is very obvious in the state. In the quest of trying to calm these bandits, a particular vigilante, or let me say a group that were very, very supportive to the cause of bringing these bandits to their toes, had the cause to do their activities. Yes, I agreed. The government is a circular government that whatsoever you do, you must do them within the ambit of the law. But of course, in this situation, I had cause myself to sit down with the Commissioner of Police, and at that point in time, the security apparatus were almost handicapped, or where they were helpless. So in that vein, people had to devise way of protecting themselves. So at the course of this discharge, some people felt consigned, and then behold, when we saw that, of course, as people who wants to work with best practices, we had to intervene and interject. And behold, as I speak with you, God has guided us, and that problem is amicably resolved. In fact, as a follow-up to what I've just told you, for people to understand that the Fulani and the Bagi, I have always told them, anytime they come to tell us stories, and ask them that, look, me, I'm living in the metropole. You had left the village and you are coming to complain about your core villager. By the time I disabuse your mind now, you will still go back and be staying with that person while I remain in the metropole. So it's always better you live in peace there, because once you live in peace, you have no business coming to tell us what is happening. So of course, it's all about enlightenment, and it's all about sincerity of purpose. So, but behold, like I said, God has guided us, and then everything is being centralized now. And then, of course, the results are glaring, and then I think by the special grace of God, we will be telling people proudly that by the grace of God, the bandits will have no place as far as Boso local government is concerned.
Amen. Yes. God help you to achieve that. So it gladdens my heart to an extent to know that, because the best thing that can happen to an individual is to have a peaceful environment. Once you have the peace, security is assured and guaranteed, and then every other development can, come. Yes. So it's actually it gladdens my heart to hear this. Now we are going to be talking about you, Architect Gwomna, as a politician. Yes, I know that before your present position, you were the council chairman, and I think I had a cause to have an interview with you, and in the early take off of your office, and so I want to say that you are actually a grassroots person. Now you are a legislator, and you're not just a member, you are chairing a very significant committee in the House. We all know that the roles of legislators are first to lawmaking. We also know that you are expected to authorize expenditure, and then of course to legislate, oversight and accountability. Yes. So now, Nina, I want to take you on your present position as the House Committee Chairman on Infrastructure, because you are an architect, so it's your field, you understand. Mina has been turned upside down. Everywhere is development, restructuring, remodeling, and all of those things. And of course, it will not be happening if you, as the chairman of, so far, how far?
Well, this is very, very fundamental, and then I want to use this opportunity to first and foremost appreciate His Excellency's thinking that when you check states that were created along with Niger State in 1976, Kwara is one of them, Plateau, and so many others. By the time you go, if you are widely traveled, by the time you go to those states and come back to Niger State, you begin to ask yourselves that why is Niger State still the way it is, lacking in infrastructural development. Now, I think His Excellency came with that mindset that we must develop Niger State so that it will be very, very ready to compare favorably with those states that were created along with them. There are states that were created even at a later date. Go to Gombe. The last time I went to Gombe, just like I've told you, my professional partner is from that state. I didn't believe that this state was created after Niger State. So I think His Excellency came with that mindset that yes, I must develop Niger State. Yes, his first point of call is per se is the road and infrastructural development. And one thing people must understand, this is obvious, this is fact, the road construction is one of the most expensive aspect of construction, and then it is time taking. Now, because it is time taking, I think His Excellency wants to do it holistically, and by such doing, you must have a very, very reasonable time frame, because by the time you miss the time frame, the consequences will be even on those people who are supposed to enjoy this facility. Like I told you, this is the best time when rains are not around. This is the best time that you can achieve the basic thing is doing. So the rush, the rigorousness has to be now, and then definitely because this has not happened so encompassing in Niger State, definitely people's comfort will be distorted.
That's true.
Because traffic flow, unnecessary diversions of traffic will always be unavailable for them to be able to achieve all those things on time. And then because, like I told you, is holistic, is going to touch everybody's comfort. But of course, people should be rest assured that if in the event this project comes to completion, it is going to be for the betterment of Nigerians. Just like you always know, the dynamism of development is there must be changes, and at the cost of these changes, people's comfort will be distorted for the better attainment of perhaps what they have. Now, as a committee now, the only thing we have to wade in is, yes, His Excellency has done his own best by saying, I'm coming with a determined mind to develop Niger State. I've said I've gotten repute contractors to do it. I've given them the funds to do it. I've given them the timeline to do it. It's no longer his own preview to now start oversighting. Now this contractor, you claim you were this, are you really? It is now the work of the committee to oversight. You said you were going to do this project for the period of 2 years. Are you, by your program of work, are you within the scope so that you do not unnecessarily exert discomfort on the people? And Nigerians should be rest assured that, of course, very soon we'll be going out to ascertain some of these things that we have said. Are the contractors really doing it within the time frame? Are they really doing what was specified in the contract? And then so that Nigerians are eager, Nigerians are anxious, people want to see these things happening. So if it means also advising the state government that, look, the time frame for this project is lacking, how is a contractor supposed to make up? He's supposed to come with ideas. He's an expert. It is believed that he's an expert in that field. How is he going to do it to meet up is our major concern, so that Nigerians will get the benefits. Nigerians will have the dividend of that democracy that they have long yearning for.
Oh wow.
So that the dividend of democracy
can be felt
by people.
Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. It's been so interesting. Let's viewers, I still have member House of Assembly representing Boso constituency. He is Honorable Architect Abubakar Gwomna, and it's been so, mind-blowing listening to him and getting to know exactly what we're into in Niger State, the kind of development we're seeing, how viable and all of those, and he has been able to excellently explain to us to understand. And as a way of a wrap, because I've just been intimated, all right, we're wrapping up. Sir, there are younger ones who are looking up to you with all the growth and the achievements so far in the political scene. What advice do you have to give to our people, especially younger generations in your constituency? And then that's one. And then to merge it with this last question, we all know how transient life is. I will always ask my guests on this set when I have the opportunity to, that whatever race we are racing in the world as a human being, one day we will be no more. What would you like to be remembered for?
Very fundamental questions you have asked. To the first, you see, especially to the young upcoming one. Yes, I've just given you myself in summary. It couldn't have just happened within the blink of an eye. So many turbulent moments. Why I had to take time to even go for this laser heights. That's same last year that we're talking about that I won election. So many issues happen, mixed feelings. I had my primaries done 3 times. The first was annual. It was council. We had to do it up to 3 times. And then after winning election, the Saturday that I won election, I lost my mother on a Tuesday. You know how their mothers are. You know, I battles with tribunals, pre-elections, and then behold, all were over. All these things happen without acrimony, without tension, without financial implications. So the major thing here is hard work, sincerity, and believing in God. But unfortunately, we have young men who are so desperate, who believes hard work does not pay, who believes in cutting corners, who believes that at any opportunity it's all about money. Honestly, money is fundamental, but it is never everything. You must try to exemplify yourself in whatever you do. Of course, some of us started politics since we were in the universities. I remember at a point in time in my 400 level, I had opportunity as a Niger State student. I was the national president at that point in time during the days of late engineer A.A. Kuri. And it's all about how do we crusade for our people. I know how we fought scholarships, we've been paid and what have you. So it's an inbuilt think of what he wants people to remember him for. Honestly, for those who knows me, people have adjudged me to be too blunt. People have said I'm radical. People have said I don't talk to people with reservations simply because I do not want to say things that are not it. People have wondered how I've been able to survive in politics without unnecessarily politicking about. No, you see, the truth is, it's easier for you. What you know is not obtainable. You dare not say it. Many have said that politics is all about deceit. Politics is all about telling people. No, it's about yourself. If you're a liar and then you join politics, you will be you will perhaps be a very good liar. So it's who you are. It's about what you'll be able to do. In 6 months under the review, when we came, the best we could do to our people is to rebuild the confidence that look, you're having a member that you can reach out to and steadfast.
Thank you so much. It doesn't feel like it should end, but it has to end. Thank you so very much for coming on the set of the interview here on Lina TV 247. It's a pleasure having you, sir.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much. All right, viewers, this is where we draw the curtain on this episode of the interview. This week, we had a member House of Assembly, Niger State House of Assembly, Honorable Architect Abubakar Gwomna, and he is also the Chairman House Committee on Works and Infrastructure. Until I come your way again, my name is Selin Moses Alkali. Have a blessed day.